Hi guys, welcome to the Tech Room podcast. My name is Ida, and
my name is Felix Omwansa. I'm a founder of a company called Geviton. We build hardware products for a whole range of industries that need smart technology. Yeah, so think of any and every electronic device that a business would need, an industry would need, a factory would need, a farm would need, that kind of specialized hardware products.
Yeah.
Yes, and these are usually more of, because in the realm of the Internet of Things, these are just data collection devices, but they also have control capabilities that, yes, I can see how much water I'm consuming today, but I can shut off that tap even if I'm at the office.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'll dive right into it.
Yeah.
Considering you're already in that space where you
Yes.
understand everything about data security and everything,
Yeah.
what would you say will be the biggest challenge in terms of security if we decide to adapt the IoT as a country?
So, of course, the biggest challenge comes from the fact that these smart devices, introduce, let me call them entry points, quote unquote. Essentially, these are points of vulnerability within any systems that can be taken advantage of. So yes, we do want to connect everything, but we have that awareness that we're introducing more vulnerabilities into our networks. That yes, we have all these external devices that are not always controlled by people, that are just probably idle, controlling a system, controlling something that they need. The fact that they have that connectivity poses a risk in and of itself, because it introduces more entry points for hackers and malware attacks and so on. So that's an active problem that exists, yes, but in the new, let me call it, kind of standards and ecosystem that supports the deployment of the Internet of Things, a lot has been done just to minimize the risk of those vulnerabilities, so to speak. So there's think of encryption, think of secure networks, dedicated networks. There's a lot that has gone on just to make sure this is well protected, because when you're building products for scale, like M-Pesa, I mean, the fact that you trust that M-Pesa, when you send 500 shillings, whoever you're sending to that 500 shillings will get that money. It's almost obvious that, look, yes, it works, but then when you think about it, it's very safe. And how is it safe? It's because the entire ecosystem that makes it possible also ensures that it's very, very safe. Yes.
Yeah. Now, let me pick your mind a little bit on AI issues. AI and the education system, the current education system. Now, initially, before AI and everything, you used to go to the library, read your books, get everything that you need. Right now, information is out there. Anything you need, you can go to these platforms, just type it out and get the answers. What do you feel is the impact of this being so available on the education system?
So I look at it from both ways, because it's a fairly new concept. Yes, AI has been, of course, in academia and research. It's been there for a while, but right now, in the broader sense of everyone, it's fairly new. And of course, as someone who works in the tech field, it's very young technology. Let me call it that way, because this is technology that still needs to be handheld, that still needs to be shown, still needs to be trained by actual people for it to work. Now, on your question on the availability, or rather the overload, information overload, it's one thing to look at it as availability, but then again, for someone, for a learner who's coming up, they're not exactly in a position where they know how to ask questions. And if I may just look back when I was graduating university, one of the things I was told, now you have the powers to read. Now you have the powers to actually, go on records, see what's there, understand what's there, now generate new knowledge. But that has only come after having been developed through this education system up to that point. Now, for young learners, first, I think it's not healthy to let them know that the information is there. you know.
Yeah.
There's much greater value in them understanding how to find this information.
Yeah, true.
And they find this information, of course, by reading.
Yeah.
Of course, by listening to podcasts. If I may. by now, you know, networking, being in a community. There's so much about knowledge that cannot really be quantified the way we think, you know, everything is available on the internet and so on. There's so much to knowledge that is transferred, you know, from a person to person basis, that classroom experience, that experimentation experience. So thinking that, you know, again, I feel like this is also a folly to how people understand AI, that it's a silver bullet, that it's just going to come and solve everything. That's not what it does. I mean, for the most part, it's not even intelligent. It can't think for itself. So because it only produces information based on the context it's been asked, and of course what it's been trained from earlier on. So again, I just find it very dangerous. I feel like what AI can do is enhance the learning experience, you know, because when you look at the actual gaps that exist in our education system, the classroom's too big, there are too few teachers, and these teachers, yes, they have been trained as educators, but how well are they able to assess each individual learner if they're going to have to be teaching 1,000 students, 2,000 students at any given time? It's very unfair for us to burden these teachers with that responsibility. That look, you're the teacher who needs to create this experience for this learner to really get to be the best of what they can for themselves. So not necessarily to be a lawyer, to be an engineer, but they need to learn how to consume information and where to get it. So AI now can come in, or rather where I see it more productive is in enhancing that experience, that learning experience, not as a, like a, what do you call it, like a, just a hack, for lack of a better word, a hack that goes, oh look, what's the answer to this question? No, that's not learning. There's no learning in that.
Also, let me ask you, what would you say, according to you, what will be the biggest innovation someone can come up with in the tech world right now?
Wow. Okay. I have a few ideas. One, let me see, batteries that last days. You know, I mean, when you think about it, why do I have to? It would be better if I don't have to charge my phone every single day, for example. Then the context of AI. I think achieving general intelligence would be good, because when you look at even a young baby who's now crawling into the world, that's kind of what AI is. But a young baby a human baby, of course, has the advantage that, you know, they have that human instinct and, of course, human DNA built in them. They can learn. And when they can learn more and more using what they've learned before. So the intelligence manifests where now, of course, suddenly, they're able to make decisions. They're able to like, oh, you can walk. Why am I crawling? I can also walk. Yeah, you see. So the innovation I would see, at least with the artificial intelligence, is actually getting to that point where it's intelligent, where it doesn't need to be asked questions, you know, to be prompted for it to produce information. That it can actually produce information. You know, like can think of a situation where a researcher who's been working on a breakthrough for years can be able to transfer that expertise to an actual intelligence that can continue that research work, that it can come up with new methods. Because, like I said, the current state of AI is that it just really has the context of all the information it's been fed, but still isn't able to really generate new information. So that, I think that's the major breakthrough. Otherwise, I think others would be perhaps panels, solar panels that can harness any light. It doesn't have to be sunlight. So we might as well be in here and our phones have the panels inbuilt that are charging them. So I know I'm kind of obsessed with energy. Yes. So that's what I can think off the top of my mind, because because I feel like, yes, as much as we wish for these innovations, it's important we really contextualize them to what we really need right now.
Yeah.
We need better education system, we need better healthcare systems, we need better energy systems, and
True.
so on. It's not just a matter of, look, can I
do it?
Exactly.
Yes,
can I have a convenient, can I have that convenience? It shouldn't be entirely about that. It should be a bit more to really help us move our society forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, lastly,
Yeah.
let me be a little bit controversial.
Yes.
Would you say
Yeah.
that the tech industry is male dominated?
I honestly, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, truth be told,
What can be done to
yes,
make sure that
it is male dominated. There is no denying that. There's no need to deny that. But yes, we do have a lot of women, who are doing this, let me say, hardcore stuff that were traditionally considered to be meant for men. We do have a lot of them right now, but then still not as much as men. So to answer your question, what can be done? One, I think having grown up, I think in a fairly, let me say, modern system, where now I was, being able to go through the same experiences with girls, in primary school, high school, university, and even in the workplace right now. For me, that's a mark of success, that all these efforts and initiatives that have been done to empower women now into these roles works, that these efforts work. So what does it mean? If something works, you keep doing it.
Yeah,
keep doing it. So the same intensity, if not more, that we need to have the same kind of, not exactly the same, but that similar experience I had as a boy, the inspiration I have, like, look, I can see a big engineer is building stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be like him. Like right now we have that chance. Yes, we actually have a lot more women who can inspire, who can inspire the next generation. So I feel like they need to be recognized more. They need to be given a lot of, let me call it airwaves, where their presence in the industry is known now to younger generations.
Yes.
Just for the sake of inspiring them, because I admit that's the same. That's the same thing that got me to where I am. That the fact that I was able to meet these, older gentlemen who are, either doctors, engineers, and the likes, that really got me into being strong on my education, give me that work ethic to work through, and even after education now, to be able to use what I know. So that chain needs to be reinforced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already established, yes, but let's reinforce it up to a point where it's only natural for anyone to want to become anything. Yes.
Yeah, that was all.
Okay.
Thank you so much
for
joining us.
Sure
That
thing.
was pretty insightful.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Asante sana.
Yeah, cheers.